Imagine getting $500,000 and having to wait 3 years for it. Howdy ho, seat covers. News you can use with a surprising and eye-opening story. We're going to explore what happens when someone is wrongly accused of a crime. This could happen to any one of us, and it's important to know the right way to handle the situation. So let's dive in. Glad you could take a moment and sit with me and chat a while about trucking. I'm YouTube's most opinionated trucker, and I've got a story right now. Just came out of California, a harrowing story that serves as a wake-up call to everyone that drives trucks and makes deliveries anywhere in the country. This could be you. The thought of being wrongly accused of something just by doing your job, that's a nightmare one man had to live for real back in February of 2019. He was only making a delivery and taking a lunch break. So what went wrong? Just think about it. 1 minute, you're chowing down on a bagel or a croissant. The next thing you know, you're being cuffed and stuffed into the back of a cop car. Talk about a surprise lunch. So as the story goes, this man was making a delivery in San Bernardino, California, in the back of a retail store. He backed into the door, got his truck situated for a delivery, and like most of us do, we get out of the truck, walk into the store or warehouse or wherever, and we contact a member of the shipping department, receiving department, or management, let them know that we're there. So while he's inside, he partakes in purchasing a sandwich or something for lunch, and decides that while he's waiting for the unload to start happening, he's going to eat lunch. He exits the store, begins to walk back towards his truck, when he's approached by two county sheriffs. And the sheriffs begin questioning him. Anybody else in this normal circumstance would probably do the same thing this man did. Be defensive, a little sarcastic, and be like, hey, I'm delivering, leave me alone. They insisted he was loitering, all because he got a little sarcastic and refused to identify himself as he was walking down the road. He wasn't in the truck. He was walking down the road toward the back of the lot, towards his truck. And he got a little put off at the fact that Sheriff's Patrol was harassing him. And get this, the man even had the bills in his hand. They made their mind up before they approached him that he was guilty and proceeded to arrest him. I'm not just spitting out facts that aren't already publicly available and easy for you to see in a link in the description below. But simply put, the driver was just walking back to his truck. The next thing you know, he's being stuffed in the back of a cop car like a package on the way to Amazon. Most truckers I know don't usually take too kindly to being bothered by anybody, much less law enforcement, especially when we're out of our element. He was clearly caught off guard and clearly not prepared for what he was about to face. Having the paperwork in his hands should have pretty much readily dismissed him from any wrongdoing. And were it any normal cop, he should have just kept right on walking. The police in this day and age already got a lot going against them. They're charged with protecting and serving. They're charged with catching crimes before they happen. And we know all too well that profiling still happens. Whether you're a truck driver or not, to take the utmost care to make sure you know your rights, protect yourself. These police are professionals, and most of them work with truckers. That's right, I said it. Most of them work with truckers. Very seldom do you ever run into a circumstance where a cop has it in for you. What do you do if you're in this similar situation? Firstly, I recommend keeping a cool head. Popping off with cynical comments sarcastic remarks isn't exactly the way to get out of anything. Whether you're innocent or not is immaterial when you start lobbing sarcasm with every response you make. Be nice, be professional. It's the best way to guarantee that you get home tonight. Try documenting everything. Me, I carry a camera around with me everywhere I go. So if I have an interaction with an officer, you damn skippy, I'm going to record it. And I'm going to make sure I get as much evidence as possible that sets me in the clear and makes sure that I'm protected. Document, photograph, videotape as much as you can. Cover your ass. This is an experience that sets a precedent and lets law enforcement know that there are only just so many lines you can cross. The driver in this case was probably given no time, no credit, no benefit. He took the initiative, he hired an attorney, he went to court, and he proved he was innocent. The charges were dismissed, and in lieu of that also, he was awarded a $500,000 settlement. Click on the link, read the article. If you're wrong, you need to be paid for it. Because in this case, the man lost his reputation, he probably lost his job, and not to mention, it sucked to have to spend a few nights in jail. So in my eyes, it was probably worth more than $500,000, but the man got paid. And it took 3 years for it to happen. One should not be afraid to step up and stand up for your rights. In the end, the driver was the worst one out of all of this. The police did their arrest, did their paperwork, and went home that night. This man, different story. His life was changed by the interactions from one San Bernardino Sheriff's Department. Instead of going inside, make your phone calls, let people know, be on time for appointments, and have the food and other accoutrements you need in the truck with you, saving you from having to get out and interact with anyone. The less that happens, the less chance something can happen. Who would have thought that eating on the job was a criminal offense? For us truckers, anytime it goes wrong, it can be tragic. Simple mistakes can ruin lives. You don't even have to be driving the truck. If you're interested in some tips and getting yourself lined up to be more efficient, check this video right here. Feel free to defend yourself, no matter what situation you're in, as fiercely as you would defend the last bite of pizza. And with that, it's not a crime to protect your rights. That's Truckin.